living every day in your head for free. You can tap away, but I will not hear you scream. You can break your keys, spread your toxicity, your world outside reality. In your room, a little hideaway, but you let it through. Enough to go insane, living in the dark hasn't treated you well. You're building your own prison cell. Hey, babe, don't waste it on me. Spy, lies telling you, don't waste it on me. Did I brush you off? Is it your lack of friends? We never met. Even if you pretend, am I in your debt? I don't know you nothing. Don't say something you regret. Hey, babe, don't waste it on me. Spy, lies telling you, don't waste it on me. Rage, don't waste it on me. Spite, lies telling you, don't waste it on me. Rage, don't waste it on me. Spite, lies telling you, don't waste it. I'm telling you, don't waste it. Lies telling you, don't waste it on me. What to think about when you're born into a fire? But let 'em burn it out. They sell 'em to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. Tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race.
Welcome to the Throttle Up Racing Network. If you notice up at the top left of your screen, we have a new logo. The sound will pull it up big here for you. That's our new Throttle Up Racing Network logo. Mr. Tony Smith made that for us. He sponsors our truck series, made this new logo for our Throttle Up Racing Network, as well as down in the right hand corner you see SCRL Cup Series. That was from him as well, so appreciate that, Tony. But today we are at Dover International, something they like to call the Monster Mile, and that is exactly what it is. It's going to be treacherous today. These cars coming out of turn 2 especially, they're going to have a hard time, but you see Giglio, familiar names, Giglio, Stringfellow, Stromita, Rogers, and McMillan currently the top 5 on the board. Of those, McMillan, the only one on the speedway right now. AJ Rogers pulling out. Of course, McMillan had a great week last week. Thought he was going to pull it off there, but got involved in some incidents at the end. AJ Rogers, also another one who had a pretty good week last week, finished top 10. Currently 4th quickest today. We're getting ready to go qualifying. When we go qualifying, this is what we're going to be fighting for, that Zero X Designs Pole Award. Sponsored by Zero X Designs. If you want a paint scheme for your iRacing car, truck, doesn't really matter. Zero X Designs, that's where you need to go. You can follow them on Facebook. There's the fastest guy sitting down in the grass right now. Here's Andrew Zarita. He's currently 12th quickest. Got a couple pit lane cams tonight. There's Andrew working that wheel. Here's our chopper cam. You see the Ford just in front of him, Justin Lumpkin. He's the one who owns Zero X Designs. Of course, he's getting ready to go qualifying. We've got a special paint scheme tonight. All right, let's see who pulls out on track first. Andrew Zarita going to be the first car on track. Going all the way to the high side, trying to get that speed built up, but it's a little loose off turn 4. Last week's winner, Jonathan Cogswell, out there running as well. Won the throwback race last week at Darlington. Trying to come out. Of course, he's been extremely consistent all year long. So that was good to see him come out and get that win. And, you know, we're 12 races into the season. We've got 10 different winners. We've got some of these guys who've been running up front who haven't gotten a win yet. So I wouldn't be surprised if we had maybe 15 or 16 different winners in this series this year.
behind has just done a 22.2.
Cogswell, fourth quickest. Bill Stringfellow out on the track. He's currently the quickest. Dirt tracking it off turn 4 there.
Just done a 22.2.
22.23 the pole speed right now. Tony Smith taking his first laps. Scramita moves up to second. It's a good looking number 89 car. White, yellow, and black. That's a real pretty color scheme. There's Tony Smith there with 601K on Twitch. They sponsor our truck series. You see them scrolling around up in the top right of your screen. He has a merch store on his Twitch channel. And you can go there and buy SERL or Throttle Up Racing Network stuff. He's got shirts, hats, hoodies, all types of things over there at 601K on Twitch. Ronnie Osborne almost took the pole away. Ended up second there. That's some Jamie Dunning out on his qualifying lap. Up to 10th quickest. Here's Blake coming out for his lap. Doug Neal on the track as well. See where Blake runs.
The guy behind has just done a 22.2.
Giglio to the top of the board. Pushed a little hard, hit the wall in lap 2, so we'll have to see how hard Blake pushes during the race. There's John McMillan Jr. He moves up to third quickest. Another one to watch. Doug Neal on track, owner of Simbox. If you need a button box, that's where you need to go. Simbox PC on Facebook. Get you a button box for your sim rig. Matt Goodell on track now. Number 38. Racing for the win last week with Andrew Rattel. Those two sideways off turn 4. Beating and banging and ended up sliding around and wrecking. I think Matt Goodell finished 5th last week, currently 14th in this session for qualifying. There's Justin Lumpkin. That's a special paint scheme for his nephew who's graduating high school. The Adamsville Cardinals. Of course, this paint scheme painted by him and Zero X Designs. Pretty cool how they can get these cars to look like chrome. Real shiny looking ride. Tonight we are looking for lap 75 for this stage. There's been a little bit of a schedule change. Next week we're going to COTA. We didn't plan on going there. We're going to go somewhere else. But there was an outcry. We want to go to COTA. So we're going to COTA. That's the Circuit of the Americas next week. That's a road course. That's where NASCAR is going to be running. It's like 4 miles long or something crazy. It takes 2 minutes and 20 seconds approximately to take a lap there. 20 turns at that track, so a big, huge road course. 2 or 3 hairpin turns. I mean, it's a wild track for sure. And that's where we'll be next week. Nick Bauer on track now. See where Nate can qualify on his second lap. 12th on his first lap. I think that's probably where he's going to stay. Falovich gets 16th on his first lap. Sideways off the corner for Falovich. Moves up to 11th. Grant Humphrey now on track. Going down the backstretch, down into 2, Grant Humphrey. (22nd) on lap number 1. His brother Tyler qualified 9th tonight in the 94. All right, so our Zero X Designs Pole Award winner is going to be Blake Giglio. We've got Justin White on track. But Blake Giglio going to be our Zero X Designs Pole Award winner. Unless Justin can get up there. Get a word with Blake. Hey, Blake, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy on it.
Hey, here you are again, another poll, and some familiar names right behind you. What's it going to take to get it done here? I seen you can practice a couple times hitting that wall off too.
That right there, not hit the wall. It's going to be the biggest thing. I was pushing in practice. I think if I can just get a feel for the long run, we'll try that, and we'll see what happens. I mean, we just got to stay around Bill, keep our point lead safe. We'll give a shot at it.
Yeah, I think you've probably going to keep that point lead safe. As I think you've got about a 50-point lead over Bill.
It's 54. Yeah. But
yeah, it's a big one. So this track, super fast, big bank corners. Do you think that we're going to see multiple grooves, or is it just going to be around the bottom?
I think you can diamond it. I think you can get a good diamond. It's just going to depend on how you like it. I think you can run the bottom. Like you saw in the road race today, you had Bowman that would diamond it and Larson that ride the bottom. So we'll see what happens.
All right, well, we're gridding in. Good luck, Blake, and I'm sure we'll have a good shot at talking to you in the top 3 later.
Sounds good, man.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
All right, that was our pole sitter, Blake Giglio. You hear the cars starting to grid in. And now as we go through your grid, that's your pole award winner. Your Zero X Designs Pole Award winner, Blake Giglio. Starting in second, not in the session yet, that's Bill Stringfellow. Third spot is John McMillan Jr. Also not in the session, Ronnie Osmer. In fourth, there he is, fifth spot is Travis Scromita. Sixth position, AJ Rogers. Seventh, Matthew Prentice. Rolling off in eighth is Andrew Rattel. In ninth spot, Tyler Humphrey. Starting 10th, Matt Goodell. 11th, Dylan Falovich. Travis White going to be 12th. Nate Maurer in 13th. 14th, Tony Smith. Jamie Dunning in 15th. 16th is Doug Neal. 17th, Jonathan Cogswell. 18th is Justin Lumpkin. 19th is Ryan Smith. Justin White is
Track temp
20th.
is 48 Celsius. The air temp is 25
21st,
Celsius.
Kyle Adcock. 22nd is Grant Humphrey. Andrew Zarita, 23rd. Joey Doucette, 24th. And Kevin
Follow the
Franks
pace car.
is going to be 25th spot. As we move back to the front, everybody's starting to roll out on the track. Not sure if we're going to go green this time or next time. Should be very soon. Blake Giglio going to lead us off. Of course, that start will be on the green flag. Restarts on the leader. Wait for the pace car to pull in. The pace car is in, so once it goes green, it'll be on Blake.
Floor 8, 2 litres remaining.
Green flag for Blake Giglio. Bill Stringfellow second. Their timing and scoring is a little messed up. Trying that again. Bill scooting back a little bit. There we go. Now our timing's right. Osmer in second, Blake Giglio in the lead. Having some issues with the cameras now. There's Blake out front. Second place, Ronnie Osmer. Third just behind him, Travis. Bill's falling back to fourth. In front of him now, AJ Rogers. Osmer now to the lead around the outside of Giglio. Travis Kermita still holding third. Let's see if Osmer can gap these two. Back in the field, Tyler Humphrey currently sits 10th spot. Rogers now trying to get around Scramita, and he does. That's for the third spot. Now he's hot on the tail of Blake Giglio. Giglio looks like he may drop all the way back to fourth here. Getting stuck on that high side. As Osmer's pulled out to a whole second lead. Bill trying to work to the back bumper of Blake Giglio. Got pressure from John McMillan Jr. in the 51 right behind him. Oh, a big slip there for Bill. Not sure if he tagged that outside wall. It just got loose, but shoots down to the inside. That's going to allow the 51 to get right to the back bumper. Not going to be able to do anything with it, though. Bill gets it going back. The 12 of Dylan Falovich. Let's run down these two in front. The 5 Vandrew Rattel just in front of him. Currently running 8th right now. Matthew Prentice has cracked his way into the top 10. Trying to find an opening to get around the 94 of Tyler Humphrey. Matt Goodell just behind these guys, just outside of the Stage Point region. He's in 11th. Needs to get in front of these guys to get a couple more points. And as they run right now, here is the current points outlook right there around that cut line. Matthew Prentice in. Goodell, he's in the top 10 right now. You've got Osmer, who's leading right now in 11th in points. Rattel, who's in 8th. Doug Neal, he's back in 13th. Prentice running in 10th right now. Travis White, he's back further in the field. Currently 15th. Mark True, I don't believe, is running tonight. So that'll be big implications. Joey Doucette, he's currently sitting back in 26th, I do believe. I'm sorry, 21st for Joey Doucette. Justin Lumpkin. He's 16th. AJ Rogers has moved up, taking the lead. Osmer has burned those tires up pretty quick. He's going to have a long fall. Now feeling the pressure from Scramita and Giglio. tries to give it up to try and move his way back in. Gonna try and do a crossover on the 16, but gets loose out of 4. That's gonna allow Bill to take a look to the inside. Into the corner a little bit hard. Let Stringfellow come out of the corner, get side by side down into the next corner. Looks like Stringfellow may be able to complete this pass. He will. That's put Stringfellow now in 4th spot. Leader's going to be encountering lap traffic before too long. There's the 91 just in front of him. Trying to put pressure on Ronnie Osmer. Can't quite get there. Falovich now moved up to 7th around Andrew Rattel. Prentice now up to 9th. There's a move right there. Goodell on the inside of Tyler Humphrey. That puts Goodell now into the top 10. And then a big gap back to 12th. Doug Neal currently 13th position. 14th is Travis White. Dustin Lumpkin 15th. 16th, Jamie Dunning. There's Tony Smith, currently 17th spot. Nate Maurer back in 18th. Kyle Adcock 19th spot. Joey Doucette 20th. 21st is Grant Humphrey. 22nd, Kevin Franks. 23rd is Ryan Smith. He's already getting a lap down, so back to the front of the board, AJ Rogers. 1.2 seconds now over Blake Giglio in second. Little issue there trying to get around the lap car. Causes these guys to stack up some. Tires really becoming a major issue right now. Only 33 laps in. Now these guys, they have 4 extra sets of tires. Of course, they've got the ones they've got and 4 extra sets. So 175 laps. We'll have to see who and when they take their sets tonight and how that affects their race going forward. currently 35 laps in and no cautions yet. These guys have been doing a great job keeping it straight, racing side by side on a lot of instances. So AJ Rogers has moved his way up 5 spots into the lead. McMillan currently 6th spot, trying to work his way back up towards Osmer. Osmer was in the lead, now 2.7 seconds back from the leader AJ Rogers. He hasn't quite lost sight. You can see them all right in front of him. This is the inside of Osmer's car. Oh, sideways for Osmer off 4. Wow, watch those hands work. You see him save the car there. A little too much throttle off the corner. It don't take much, just a little bit, and that car goes sliding sideways. Bill Stringfellow just in front of him. He's second in points. He's trying to run down Blake for that point lead. Really beginning to reel in the back side of this pack. There's John McMillan. He may be the first one to choose a green flag stop here, not seeing any damage on his car. A little bit of right front damage. Yeah, there might be a lot of right side damage there. The McMillan who qualified up front. Looks like he may have taken his fast repair there. Only one fast repair, so. Four tires. For the 51, he's back out on track. If this thing goes green, that may pay off by the end of the stage. Got about 30 laps now to the end of the stage as we're 45 laps in, caution free. I'll take just a second here and see if I can fix a rendering issue that I'm having before they start green flag stops so we can see who all's coming in. Be right back if I can work on these settings for just 1 minute. That should fix our issues. Well, we can see all the cars that are out there right now where they're running. Currently McMillan now 2 laps down. Like the 94, Tyler Humphrey choosing to come down the pit lane. We're 49 laps in, so these guys must be getting relatively close on fuel. Within the next 10 laps or so, we're going to see a lot of these guys diving in. Like Tyler and Grant as well. Choosing to take a little bit of a risk here, as I think these guys can go about 20 more laps on fuel. I don't think they can make it 75 without stopping. Nate's up to 13th right now. Jamie Dunning cracked the top 10. Car behind him choosing to pit. That's Travis White. A bunch of cars. The leaders reeling in the backside of this pack. They're in a hornet's nest right now. That's blue and orange cars what we're looking at. Going through the 16 to 89. Going through these guys, splitting them up the middle. Giglio's now run down Rogers for the lead. Giglio wants out front. Chris Blake in the 16 was our pole sitter. Got the 77 of Doug Neal now in the pit lane. He's coming out. Jonathan Cogswell in as well. It's Kyle Adcock. Doug Neal just coming out of the pits. Bill, these other guys kind of leaving these three behind. Now 3 seconds out. Bill and Ronnie, like the 51 and the 48, they both pitted already. They're gaining a lot of time. You're going to see just how much tires make a difference. The 48 with new tires, the 55 on old tires. We've got 20 laps left in the stage. It looks like they're from Tyler Humphrey's car. Running down guys that are on older tires. See how much easier he can hold his line. And that blue and orange car in front of him is running second. The black and white car is third, so you see just how much faster the Tyler Humphrey is right now on these newer tires. Currently sits 17th. Of course, took a big risk by coming in and pitting early, short pitting. But he's going to gain a lot of time on the back side of this run, or on the front side of this run, really, because with just 15 laps or so before the end of the stage, I believe everybody's going to have to pit before they get to the end of the stage. So it's interesting to see a lot of these leaders staying out for as long as they have. Guys kind of getting stuck up on the high side. Blake has moved up a little bit, but he's a second and a half now in front of Scramita here in second. Poor Lumpkin in the pit lane. There he is, getting the left sides done, rolling out. Blake up there a second ahead of Scramita. Now Blake down in the pit lane. Let's see who follows him. Travis follows him in the pit lane with 15 laps to go, so we'll have to see who took tires. If any of those guys get ahead of these two, they have taken quite a big lead over the rest of the field. Puts AJ Rogers back out front. Bill Stringfellow, he's going to stay out as AJ Rogers comes in, but come in a little too hot. The 12's going to slide in the pits. The 12, Valovich, may have sped there. We'll have to see if they give him a black flag. Guys down the pit lane, we're still waiting for Bill Stringfellow, Matthew Prentice, Tell Goodell. All those guys have not pitted yet. Stringfellow's staying out again. Gonna have to come in pretty soon. He's gonna stay out and get some laps led here. See a couple of guys with tires coming behind him. He's gonna let those guys go on through, but you see just how much time that he's losing by staying out right now with only 10 laps left in the stage. You know, can he make it to the end of the stage? It may be close. I believe the fuel window was about 70 laps, so we'll have to see if he can make it that far. McMillan and Humphrey, who had really short pitted this segment, they moved their way up into 7th and 8th right now. There they are, and Blake Giglio about 2 seconds behind those guys. Let's see if he can. There may be a big jump for McMillan and Humphrey, especially if some of these top 5 have to come in and pit. Like Bill may be trying to save to make it to the end of the stage. Prentice is right behind him there. Only 6/10 out. You see the blue car with the red numbers. That is Matthew Prentice. Now Nate Maurer comes down the pit lane. He can't make it. Prentice, he's coming down the pit lane now. It's from the 2nd position. Joey Doucette, he's still out there in the 22. Oh, there goes the 9 sideways. Caution. Oh, a big wreck. 48 involved. And a lot of cars a lap down. Let's take a look. I know the 48 was involved. Still sitting on track. Let's go back. See if we can find out the 91 or the 27 as well. Oh, it was from the 16. They come together. He goes down into the 16 and straight into the outside wall. The 16 was trying to come up through there maybe a little too quick. And you see the 48, the 91, the 27 all massively damaged in that wreck. Take another look. This time from the 27 and see what he could see. Maybe from the cockpit view. Yep, he sees those guys come together. And the 48 just hard hit into the outside wall and just nowhere for Cogswell to go as he comes down right in front of him. As he comes down, you see the 91 locking him up. tries to avoid it, but he gets involved in it as well. Those guys all down in the pit lane getting their cars fixed up. Some of these guys going to take the wave around. Bill Stringfellow out front. He's going to come in and get 4 tires there. He may, not sure where Tyler Humphrey is. He's having to go to the back. These guys must have been out of the pit lane before he come back around the track. So you see right now where Bill Stringfellow is. There he is. Looks like a lot of these guys were over a lap down, so they're going to have to... 11th on back is a lap down right now. So that was a big implication right there. As Bill chose to stay out for just as long as he could. We're going to get several wave arounds. It's like Giglio, Scramita, Prentice, and White. Everybody now going to be fighting for the lucky dog. They get down to 1 to go, you'll see a lot of these cars drive back around. All these cars are up in front. Matthew Prentice, who had just pitted. Travis White. AJ Rogers is a lap down, though. He's the first car a lap down in 10th position. Double file. Bill Stringfellow going to lead us off. Matt Goodell second. Andrew Rattel third. Joey Doucette in 4th spot. 5th is Tyler Humphrey. Must have gotten a penalty for something. Giglio. There's Giglio. May have waved this restart off. Go one more lap. We've got chaos going on. So as we come back down the back stretch, this time around we'll go green. You see that long line of cars behind with the way that all those wave arounds, they have to line up in a straight line on the ends on the bottom. So Humphrey was the free pass. That's why he's in the very back. He goes to the 9th position. So Bill Stringfellow, this restart will be on him. And wait late. getting down to the end of the stage here. Stringfellow jumps out to a 4/10 of a second lead. And that's going to be a big deal for him because he needs the stage points. As we come around, it's going to be the white flag on the stage this time around. Rattel trying to make a push for a stage win. Let's make a push for the leading a lap, but Stringfellow going to come around, and he's going to win the stage. Tyler Humphrey going to get 9th. 10th spot, AJ Rogers. He was the first one lap down. There he is. He's right there with the leaders trying to get his lap back the hard way. I'd say Bill will probably let him go if he gets up there. Andrew choosing to drop back a little bit. There goes AJ now to the inside, but that's not a pass for the lead. AJ a lap down now, trying to get his lap back, so he goes around Bill. If we get a caution, he'll get to pull up to the back of the field. Osmer trying to do the same thing. He's going to get around Bill. Bill just letting those guys go, not trying to burn his tires up. Number 1 and 2, so stage results there. Let's take a look. We'll report the stage results. First place, or your stage winner, Bill Stringfellow. Second, Andrew Rattel. Matt Goodell comes home third. Joey Doucette in 4th spot. Skrmita in 5th. Giglio in 6th spot. Prentice in 7th. Travis White in 8th. Tyler Humphrey in 9th. And AJ Rogers in 10th position for the end of the stage. We're already approaching halfway. Only one caution so far in the first 80 laps. These top couple of guys have really pulled out a big lead. There's Travis Skrmita, 4.5 seconds back in 3rd spot. Of course, those guys had to take a wave around, had worn tires compared to these guys in 1st and 2nd. These guys able to get tires and really put a big gap on everybody else. You've got 3 guys since the restart who have driven up here and passed the leaders to get back on the lead lap. That's AJ Rogers, Ronnie Osmer, John McMillan Jr. Those 3 sitting right in front of the leaders. So 12 cars currently on the lead lap. Jamie Dunning, the first car a lap down. Andrew Rattel now trying to pressure Bill Stringfellow for the lead. Just 1.5 tenths now, the difference between the 83 and the 5. Right there. Can he find his way to the inside of the 83? He's running a line that may allow him to do it, entering a little bit higher and exiting a little bit lower than Bill is right now. You see the difference? It's slight, but it's there. That gives the 5 of Rattel a little bit of an extra run in down the straightaway. cockpit of Andrew Rattel. See this line that he's trying to run, of course, now all the way to the bottom. Still looks like he's just trying to save his tires a little bit right now, as Scramita and Giglio, who took wave rounds there and had some extra laps on their tires, are actually running these guys down almost a whole second now. There they are, Giglio and Scramita. Just a slight difference on tires. Stringfellow and Rattel out there for 19 laps now. Scramita and Giglio for 28. Prentice out there 21 laps. Of course, he had pitted. He was in the pits when the caution come out. Doucette and Goodell both pitted at the same time as Stringfellow and Rattel. Humphrey out there for 40 laps now on that set of tires that he's got. Those last pit stop times, man. Rattel, fast pit stop, 14.9. Stringfellow at 15.7. That's what lap that they pitted on, so pretty cool. You see there Tyler Humphrey still running in 7th spot. Goodell behind him. Looks like Goodell may be trying to save some fuel. Travis White in the 23. He had come around on the wave around, but to see just behind him, 17 of AJ Rogers. Now he had pulled around the 83 of Stringfellow and unlapped himself. And now he's almost driven up all the way far enough to catch the 23 of Travis White. Stringfellow now caught Osmer again, trying to get him another lap down. Put him a lap down, 1 lap down for the second time now. Osmer not having it. Bill pulled out to a 1.2 second lead over Andrew Rattel in 2nd spot. See the 5 coming around right behind him. Let's take a minute here and let's turn up the volume. starting to put some of these guys lap down again. Catching the 77 of Doug Neal. That may put him 2 laps down now. Doug Neal 15th, 2 laps down. Adcock in the 9. He's a lap down in 14th. But you can tell Bill not pushing too hard. Saved his tires really well earlier, and his fuel made it over 70 laps on the first tank. Well, if he pits now, and he could make it to the end, but he should be able to make it quite a ways longer. We know some of these guys are going to have to pit before too long, like Tyler Humphrey. Was only out there 48 laps on the first stint, 57 laps now on this second stint. Stringfellow out there for 69 laps the first time, 37 right now. The Bill could make it to about lap 138. But Tyler Humphrey going to have to pit probably around in the next 10 laps. He tried the short pit there before the stage. Worked out well to get him out here on this lead lap with very few cars on the lead lap. Should have to pit within the next 10 laps or so. 97 will loose off that corner. Travis White currently a lap down in 12th spot. 11th spot Osmer, he's also a lap down. Right now, McMillan feeling the pressure from the 83. There's the 51 and the 83. The 83, the leader. That's Bill Stringfellow, the 51 of McMillan, who we're following right now, just a couple of seconds ahead of him. McMillan and the 17 there in front of these guys passed Bill on that restart. Bill, now later in the run, who saved his tires, being to run these guys back down, put them a lap down again. Blake has moved up into the second spot around Andrew Rattel. He's on older tires as well. He's really been able to save. Was about 5.5 seconds out, now only 3.5 seconds out, so he's really running down Bill Stringfellow. Blake, our point leader. Bill Stringfellow second in points, so these guys, two familiar names normally up here at the top of the field, the top of the board. Take a look at those pit numbers one more time. Giglio about 9 laps shorter than Bill on that first run, so he'll have to pit 9 laps at least before Bill on the second time. Tail starting to drift back just a touch. Currently in third spot. Raced so hard last week. Him and Matt Goodell, who's currently running 8th, sideways off the final corner, end up wrecking before they get to the line. Real intense stuff. We've got some takers down pit road with the Travis White in the 23, Doug Neal in the 77, and Justin White in the 88. All those guys teammates. Didn't see the 97 of Maurer. He's still on track. Currently in 15th spot. Everybody should be able to make it from here if we go green to the end. Of course, that's what happened last time. Some of these guys come in, were short pitting. And as they were going back through the field, the cars that had the older tires, a couple of them come together. And that was what caused our only caution of the night. Nate way in the high groove there. Couple cars in, that looked like Tyler Humphrey and Dylan Falovich down the pit lane. I knew Tyler would have to come before a lot of these other guys because he had short pitted the first run. You see some damage there on that left rear. There's Tyler. Bill Stringfellow still running around out here. Still hasn't quite caught John McMillan. The smooth operator right now around the bottom lane. Giglio in second, 3.7 seconds off the lead. Rattel, he's dropped back even further, 5.5 seconds. And Rattel and Stringfellow were battling there for the lead right at the end of the stage. So Rattel burned those tires up a little bit more than Stringfellow. Stringfellow has been able to hold out front for all this time. Scramita, he's still in fourth spot. He's running down Rattel, though. Matthew Prince had a good race tonight. Currently in the top 5, about 10 seconds behind our leader, Bill Stringfellow, though. See him grabbing that bottom line, really running the bottom line very well. The 12 there behind him, he's the one who pitted, so you're going to see just how fast those new tires are. There we go. As we get down with about 50 laps to go now, 77 as well, one who pitted. May have had an issue there. Let's see what happened there with the 94. If he just got loose off the corner. Yeah, looks like he may have gotten into the outside wall. Oh, him and the 9 come together, and the 94 into that outside wall. Able to continue, no caution. But some damage to the right front of the 94. Couple takers down pit lane. A.J. Rogers, who's just in front of our leader. And John McMillan Jr., as well as Andrew Rattel and Matthew Prentice. They go down the pit lane as well. These will be the final pit stops if we go green to the end. So when will Bill Stringfellow pit? You know he can make it about 10 more laps if he chooses to do so. Question is when will Blake and Travis pit? Will they try a short pit? Bill. If you're looking at that big bar on the left, our scoring tower, no, it's not wrong. 7th place is 2 laps down right now. Of course, we're in the middle of green flag pit stops, but only had 10 cars on the lead lap before we started. It's Bill who stayed out so long on that first set. Staying out long again. Blake Giglio, he's going to have to pit very soon. Tyler Humphrey in 7th, he's pitted, and as well as Rattel in 8th. Everyone in the top 6 right now have all stayed out. Question, how much longer will these top guys stay out? Giglio's been out there for 71 laps right now, so he's going to have to pit in the next few laps. He sent it in hard right through that corner. Watching Blake Giglio, who expect him to come down the pit lane at any moment. There he is, down on the inside. Will he go in this time? He is going to dive down into that pit lane. I'd say Travis Cremita as well in the pit. So the 16 and the 89 both pit here. Bill Stringfellow still out on track. He's trying to get to the bottom, it looks like. Who had a 2-second lead, going to have 1 lap fresher tires. We'll have to see how they come down the pit lane, what their pit time is. '16 the 89 still on the pit. There goes the 89. Giglio, 51.9 seconds. Rattel was 53 seconds. Humphrey with a 51.6. Scramita, 53.2 seconds on his pit time. As we watch Bill Stringfellow. We'll see if he can get out quicker. A 52.8, so a little bit slower than Giglio. Get up to speed, we'll have to see the difference. Doucette and Goodell, they're choosing that long run. It saw them saving earlier. There they are, battling for the lead right now. Well, they can go about 10 more laps. Change this up to the stint length. Giglio went 73 laps, so we know that Doucette and Goodell can go at least 5 more laps or 6 more laps. All these guys hoping for a caution. By all these guys, I mean Doucette and Goodell. Rattel wouldn't mind a caution either because he would get the free pass, but Giglio's around Stringfellow through all that. There they are, nose to tail. That 1 lap made a difference, plus the 2 laps, the 2 seconds, the difference on pit lane. Big pressure right now from the 83, trying to get back around the 16. And he's going to push Giglio as hard as he can, trying to get Giglio to burn those tires up. We're getting down just 35 laps to go. These guys going to have to pit in the next 2 or 3 laps. Losing a lot of time by staying out on the track. Goodell all over the back bumper of Joey Doucette. I believe Goodell wants a lap lead, but he's going to have to pass Doucette to get it done because Doucette not going to pit yet. And there comes the 16. These guys trying to get back on the lead lap. There's Goodell getting a lap lead. So now these two cars down the inside as these guys are going to be looking to get into that pit lane. There's the 22 now getting to the bottom. They're both going to stay out one more lap with 5 of Rattel trapped behind them. Pretty wide down the front stretch. 2 of those are the leaders now. Doucette back out front. There's the 91 sideways. Oh, able to save it as 89. Scramita comes slicing through, trying to get his way back up into the top 5. Doucette and Goodell still out on track. Now they're headed to the inside. Will this be a pit for Joey Doucette? No. Yeah, he's down in, but he's going to get down to... He misses the pit lane into the barrels. Now has to go back out on track. The 38 had to stay out as well. So Goodell around. Doucette coming in a little too late. Tags the barrels. That's going to cost him about 7 seconds. This time around, let's see who comes in. The 97's in. He pits from 14th. Goodell stays out another lap. Joey Doucette now in the pit lane. Nate Maurer, he pitted from 15th, already dropped back to 17th. With Doucette in the pit lane, already dropped back to 5th spot. Goodell still out on track. Yeah, Andrew, he's in the comments last week, got stuck on the barrels, and it's a shame you're not in here because I made a pit cam just for you. We call this the Himmelman cam. We can get a good look at those pit barrels at the end because Andrew likes to hit them a lot. Joey hit him that time and bounced right off, so. Goodell up front, still out. Hasn't pitted yet. Gonna have to pit real soon. Giglio in second, getting some pressure from Stringfellow in third. That's Scramita trying to run these two guys down. There he is in 4th spot right now. This right here, the race for the race win. These guys, they passed Goodell and have caught, almost come back around to catch him again. I don't see there being a way that Goodell can make this last as we enter our sim shots, 25 to go. The 16 of Giglio, 10 seconds now off the lead, but a second ahead of Bill Stringfellow in third. This may be a 1-2-3 finish for these guys. They had it a couple of weeks ago. Got involved, actually last week we're running 1-2-3 most of the race. Actually, not Scramita, but Giglio, Stringfellow, and Himmelman last week running 1-2-3 most of the race. And didn't come to fruition at the end. A couple of weeks ago, it was Giglio, Stringfellow, and Scramita, 1-2-3, and a late race wreck on the last lap. Took that away. But as you see right now, Goodell's still on track. Has not pitted yet, 22 to go. Not sure he's going to be able to make it on fuel. I just don't see how he can. Nobody's even come close to that. See, most everybody 73 laps, the largest stint we've seen. Goodell 85 laps, and there he is. He's going to come down the pit lane. 85 laps on a tank of fuel, so run it empty, I'm sure. As now we'll see Blake Giglio take the lead. Bill Stringfellow 0.7 of a second behind. In third right now, Travis Scramita. Fourth spot, Andrew Rattel. Matt Goodell still down on the pit lane there. He comes back out. He's in ninth right now. There goes Jamie Dunning. Passes him. He's got to try and put as much of a gap as he can. Jamie Dunning's had a great night tonight, currently in ninth position. He is the teammate of Giglio, Stringfellow, and Scramita. 1, 2, 3, and ninth, so all 4 full throttle cars in the top 10. So a great job for that team, and a great job for Jamie Dunning. He's currently set to get a top 10, but we've got the 22 of Joey Doucette and Matt Goodell, who are going to be trying to run him down on much newer tires. Doucette only about a second now, less than a second, really running down Dunning. Goodell may have time to get to him as well, so Dunning may end up 11th here. But out front, 1.3 seconds ahead of second spot. That's Blake Giglio, second position. Bill Stringfellow, third. Travis Scramita. Andrew Rattel currently runs fourth spot, 12 seconds off the lead. Big difference. Matthew Prentice, he's sixth. AJ Rogers sits in the fifth spot. There's Matthew Prentice. The number 15, Dairy Queen, UFA, Ford Mustang. Tyler Humphrey with a great run. Almost a lap down, currently 7th position. John McMillan Jr. in 8th. He's had a real good night, but currently a lap down to the leaders. We've only got 12 laps left. Joey Doucette, he's moved his way back up to 9th. He's on much newer tires. Let's see if he can catch McMillan. No, he can't. He's a half a lap ahead of the 22. There is a caution, yellow flag, and the 22. Heavy damage. The 91 went around. We're going to get a green, white, no. We're going to get about 6-7 laps of green flag racing. Let's take a look what happened to the 91. That's our second caution of the night. The 23. Oh, the 91. Not real sure what happened with the 23, why he come down. The 91. Let's see if we can get a better look at it. Guys, just come together. 23 may have been loose off the corner, but they touched there. And it looks like netcode sends the 91 hard into the outside wall. Oh, and the 22 who had just pitted, man, the 15, a little bit of damage. Man, heavily damaged in that one. Take a look one more time from the 91. As all the leaders are pitting. Look from the chopper can. As it went down through 3 and 4. Off the corner, yeah. The 23 comes down there in front of the 91. And man, the 91 hard into the outside wall. Held the brakes, but man, just nowhere for Joey to go. Here we are under our second caution of the night. A lot of these guys pitted. Tyler Humphrey chose not to pit. Currently our leader, we've got a lot of guards. Looks like they're going to be taking the wave around. That'll put 11, looks like 11 back on the lead lap. There comes Tyler. He chose to stay out and get a lap lead. It's a little points racing from Tyler Humphrey. He'll come in on the second time around now with 10 to go here at Dover. It's going to be Wild Blake Giglio out front. Second is Bill Stringfellow. Third, Scramita, Andrew Rattel. We've seen Andrew Rattel, AJ Rogers. Those two guys right there, the 5 and the 17, have been extremely fast on the short run. But on a day that was poised for the full throttle racing to get a 1-2-3 finish, it may not end up that way, because you can't count out the 5 who almost won that race last week, as well as AJ Rogers. Those two extremely fast on the short runs. Someone up in front here is smoking pretty good. Not sure who that is. Oh, it's the 22. He's going to take a wave around here with that much damage with only 9 to go. It'll be interesting to see if Joey doesn't blow that engine before the race is over. Now he's going to come down and try and take that faster pair. That'll probably put him back a lap down. We'll have to see where he comes back out. We're double foul. Wave arounds get caught up to the tail end of the field. Blake Giglio going to be the control car on the restart. The 83 Bill Stringfellow up on the high side. 89 Travis Gramita, the 5 of Andrew Rattel, and the 17 of AJ Rogers, your top 5 right now. As we got 7 laps to go when we go green. This restart going to be on Blake. There he goes, green flag. And a good restart for Blake. He gets out front. Here comes AJ Rogers. Like I said, extremely fast on the short run. Nothing to lose now. Sits 4th spot. 89 of Skrmita gets sideways off the corner. AJ Rogers not able to capitalize. Bill sits 2nd. 0.3 of a second off the lead. Can't quite reel in Giglio. They've got another caution now. Not sure who that one involved. The 23 in the pit. Not sure if it involved him or not. Yep. The 23 down the back stretch. Into that outside wall. Down into the inside. And a caution there for the 23. So let's take a look. See just how quick it is to lose the car from the cockpit view here. Feathering the throttle. Yeah, just got up into that outside wall, hard into the inside. Holds the brakes, tries to tow, not get a caution, but a caution comes out before he can get that button pushed. So we're going to come right down here. Let's see. We've got a couple takers down pit lane. Goodell and Jamie Dunning, who took the wave around that time. They're sitting 9th and 10th. There's Goodell, there's Dunning. Goodell going to get out in front of Dunning. Falovich was the free pass, I believe, so these two will get to line up in front of him. They're going to be at the tail end of this field, and with, I mean, just a few laps, that could make a difference. I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot with these heat cycles on the tires. It matters in iRacing. So 2 guys, Goodell and Dunning, going to start 9th and 10th, I do believe, is, yeah, Falovich going to go into the pit lane here. It's going to be difficult for Stringfellow to beat Giglio's. He's got control on these restarts, so, you know, when the pace car comes in, it's on Blake anytime he wants to go, as soon as that pace car pulls in. Of course, these two in the same voice chat as well as Skrmita. Giglio and Skrmita race together a lot throughout the week, know each other's tendencies, so Travis in the 89 might be the #1 contender here to get around the 16. Of course, AJ Rogers, he's been super fast on those short runs. See how this restart plays out. It's going to be a wild one no matter what. Tyler Humphries, he's just had such a great night. Currently sits 7th. We do get double foul here. There's the 38 and the 13 of Dunning. Those two on new tires may get a spot or two before this race is over with. Come around and get ready to go green one more time. The pace car is going to peel down into the pit lane. It's going to be on Blake Giglio when he chooses to go. And a big restart there for Blake Giglio. Only 2 laps left. Stringfellow a little too far behind to make a difference. To come down to the white flag. 1 to go for Blake Giglio. Bill Stringfellow second, Scramita third. They come through the final 2 corners. Blake Giglio going to wrap up his 4th win of the season, as we're now 13 races in and only 1 repeat winner, and it is Blake Giglio getting his 4th win. Everyone else with only 1. So a great race, wins it from the pole. Blake Giglio, our 0X Designs Pole Award winner, gonna be winning this race. Second place, Bill Stringfellow. Third, Travis Scramita. Fourth is AJ Rogers. Fifth, Andrew Rattel. Back-to-back great finishes for him. Rattel, Prentice McMillan all on the same team, as well as Cogswell, who ended up 16th. Blake burning it down. And there's your winner. Blake Giglio getting all those donuts in. So let's go see if we can get a word from our third place finisher. That's Travis Scramita. All these full throttle racing guys up here. Let's take a look and get a word with Travis Scramita. Hey Travis, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey man, you guys all drove a great race. All you full throttle guys, all in the top 10, but all in the top 3 is all of you guys. So you come up just a little bit short. Those 2 guys, Giglio and Stringfellow in front of you, just seemed to be right out in front of your windshield. Just couldn't quite get to them. But what did your night look like tonight?
I was really happy with tonight. Like, I was not looking forward to tonight. I thought it was going to be a wreck fest, honestly. So I was kind of like hoping I just want to get screwed over and get a top 10. But overall, I think finishing third, I can't complain. It's a nice makeup from Kansas. So I think like if we didn't have that yellow, it would have been the same result, 1, 2, 3 there. But it's nice to get that back and have a good overall night as a team. I feel like if that wasn't going to go, I could have got caught back up to Bill and Blake because I was going through the lap traffic better and I gained like 4 seconds, I think. But overall, I can't complain about third.
Yeah, now this week made a little bit of a splash in our Discord channel by getting our schedule changed to COTA. So you're excited for that 20-turn, very technical track, as I drove on it the other day. Tight hairpins, long straightaways. What do you think about COTA, and what do you think your chances are?
I'm very excited. I'm confident that I could get a top 3. I'm not sure Bill's pace. I know he was quick, so if I can keep up with him, I feel like I can have a good chance at winning. I'm better at Sonoma, so I'm looking forward to that. But any road course, I'm pretty good at.
Well, I know you and Blake are pretty good friends. Don't be giving him no tips.
No, I'm not giving him any tips next week. He'll
All right,
he'll
well, you
either
got anybody you'd like
finish
to
fifth or
thank?
wreck. I want to thank you for doing the broadcast. Thank Full Throttle Racing for the good night we had tonight. We were working well with strategy, and that helped us for most part of the race. And I want to thank Makoni Setup Shops for letting me put their logo on their car every week and helping me get better as a driver every week.
Yeah, dude, your car is great looking. I love the white and the yellow and the black. It's a good looking car.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
All right, well, good luck, man.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, that was our third place finisher. Let's talk to second place finisher, Bill Stringfellow. Hey, Bill, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
How's it going?
Hey, man, there's been about 3 weeks in a row now. I've seen you up front and thought I was going to get to have an interview with you, but this is my first opportunity in the last 3 weeks to be able to do that. But you led a lot of laps. Earlier, there was a caution where you'd stayed out and everybody else had pitted. Trapped a lot of guys lapped down, but what was your decision to stay out there?
Really, it was just kind of, I don't know, the car still felt pretty decent, and I was like, I have enough fuel to make it to the stage, and I wanted to get a couple laps led. And then I had some people behind me coming up close. I didn't think I could slow down without getting ran over, so I was like, I'll just stay out until the stage. Try to get some bonus points no matter where I finish, and then we'll go from there. Worked out though.
Yeah, so your plans was to stay out for the stage. I didn't know if you all were going to be able to make it, but I think we saw Matt Goodell stretch at 85 laps at one point late in the race. But you come up just a little bit short on Blake there at the end. It's kind of difficult on those green-white checkers to really get somebody when they've got control like that on the restarts.
Yeah, he has option to go, and we're teammates. You know, our team finished 1, 2, 3, and Jamie got a 10th. So good job by the whole team. And it's really tough whenever the leader gets to go. Whenever and it's hard to stay with him. But Blake was fast the whole race, so he deserved to win. I stayed up there from pit strategy. I was hoping for a top 3 out here, and that's what we came out with. So I can't really be upset. Made up some points with a stage win and maybe some laps led and all. So
Yeah, we done a phenomenal job once again, Bill. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Thanks to everyone in the SERL. Thank you for broadcasting, and thanks to my team. That was a fun race.
Absolutely. I'm sure we'll be talking to you again. Have a good one, man.
You too.
All right, that's second place. Bill Stringfellow. Blake, he's still sitting out on track, I think. Maybe not. Somebody's out there. Oh, I think that's the 48. Anyways, here's Blake Giglio, our race winner. Hey, Blake, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
What's up, Dakota?
Hey, man, you started on the pole. You were fast the whole race long. You kind of there in the middle with the way that caution flew. You guys had pitted, but you'd worked your way back onto the lead lap. You kind of in the middle there. Bill led a lot of laps, but at the end you get him back and get back in the lead, and you win this one. How did it look out there?
It was so fun. Like, it was tight, loose. It was a driver's track tonight, and really showed. The pace from us top 3, we were fast. I think we lapped the whole field, right? How many guys on the last? Like probably 10? Yeah, 11. So it was.
Yeah, at one point I think there was only 7 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, we were flying, and for me and Travis, I was telling Travis, I'm like, this might be Bill's race if it goes green. And Bill was just out there, and then I caught him. I got to like a 3-second gap, and then I got down to like 2.8, and then it died. So I knew I burned up my tires. I was the worst with tire wear tonight, but luckily caution came out. I knew we were good at hot lapping. I mean, I ran a 23, I think 1 or 22-1 there on the like last green light checkered. So it was a lot of fun. Good race to Bill. Yeah, Travis.
Yeah, so next week we're going to Coda, 20 turns at that big, huge track. A lot of hairpins and long straightaways. What do you think about Coda? And how good are you on these road courses? We know you're real good on these ovals, as you're still our only repeat winner with 4 wins, everybody else with 1.
Well, I can tell you right now, to answer your question, I am mad at you for putting Coda on the schedule. So I am not
Well,
a road
that's probably a
course
good
guy.
thing for everybody else then.
I'm not a road course guy, man. I mean, I can run. I think top 5, but I never have a shot at a winner. If we win next week, you know it's going good because it's not going to go so good in officials this week.
Well, I expect you to at least get a top 10.
We'll try. All
right, you got anybody you'd like to thank, Blake?
Yeah, so new paint tonight. I had Travis paint it, High Speed Design. He's really good with all his paints. Speed Demon Setup Shop, Low Draggy Sports, C4 Broadcasting, SCRL as a whole. Cup Series fun, Truck Series fun. I'm just looking for you guys to add that Xfinity Series. But, yeah, that's about it.
All right, Blake. I'm sure we'll be talking to you again next week, either top 3 or a pole. Even if it is a road course, I expect you to be up there.
We'll try our best, man.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
All right, that was Blake, our race winner. He's won 4 races this year. That's pretty wild. Next week we'll be at COTA. That's the Circuit of the Americas down in Austin, Texas. 20 turns on that track. Like we said, I think there's 3 hairpin turns, which are wild to drive that track. I've only been able to drive it a few times. So that's where we'll be next Sunday night for the Cup Series. Next Saturday night, Justin White will be doing the broadcasting. And we're going to be at Atlanta, 100 laps at Atlanta, next Saturday night. Then the Saturday after that, we'll be taking a break on the Saturday Night League for Memorial Day, but we will race on Sunday as we keep up with that Cup schedule. May 30th, that'll be kind of our Coke 600, if you will. It's going to be 200 laps at Charlotte, a long race. It's going to be a pretty cool race. So next week, we're going to be at COTA, and we expect to see all of y'all there. Appreciate everybody for stopping by and watching Blake and Bill and Travis all duke it out there at the front. AJ Rogers, Andrew Rattel also in the top 5, so great runs from all those guys. Some notables as we go through the field: Matthew Prentice, 6th. John McMillan Jr., 7th, had a great recovery from last week there. Had a great run last week, ended up wrecking. He's 7th in this one. Tyler Humphrey with a great run in 8th. Matt Goodell, 9th, 2 back-to-back top 10s. Jamie Dunning, he rounds out the top 10. Ronnie Osmer back in 13th, usually a front runner. Doug Neal, 15th. Justin Lumpkin in 14th there. Jonathan Cogswell, who's up there in the top 5 in points, had a 16th place effort tonight. And Nate Maurer, 17th. Of course, Justin White there in 19th. That's our other broadcaster. He'll be here on Saturday night. So we appreciate everybody for stopping by. We will see you all next week.